Okay, we are back with a brand spanking new Monster Energy review. This is a series where I am going through all the Monster Energy flavors that I can physically get my hands get my hands on. I can get my hands on here in the UK. I am a big fan of Monster, and my chat and my community decided to help me out a little bit. So with them helping me out and testing out some new Monster flavors and some new monsters to try out, I'm giving back to you guys, and I'm giving you guys some 10 out of 10 recommendations of some monsters to try it. Now, we worked this out a little while ago. I've been drinking Monster Energy for about, I think it was about 16, 17, 18 years. And tonight's review is a very special review for me. Tonight's flavor and tonight's monster is the first ever Monster Energy flavor that I had ever had. Now, before I went on to Monster, I was drinking another Monster Energy drink that the Monster Energy company own, right? I'm not going to name names, but I was drinking them for a little while. This was when I was out and about, backpack on for the day, going riding with my pals up to London, up to Southend and different parts of Essex and all over the country, off riding my bike and causing mischief and havoc. And then I got put on to Monster Energy. And I'm going to be honest, I never looked back. It was fantastic. It is a wonderful experience. Monster are my favourite. But when I had this one, okay, I then went on to Original Monster, OG Monster. And that's what I drank. That's the only flavour I drank. I didn't drink any other flavours. I didn't drink any zero sugars or ultras. I only drank OG Monster. That's it. That was it. OG Monster has had such an influence in my life that it is even played a part in some of my stream colours that we have here. As you guys can see, we've got green. You guys can look at my Twitch colours. It is greens. We've got some purple hints. So OG Monster has played a massive part in who and what I am. People know me as the Monster Man in some of my local shops because I've been going there for so long, and I always go in there and I go to those specific shops just to buy monsters. But it was all down to this original one that I had before I had OG. So we're going to get into that for in a second. But when we are doing these Monster Energy reviews, we are looking for a couple of categories. We are looking for flavor, smell, taste, and kick. We are giving each one a score out of 10 and then giving it an overall score out of 40. We've done a bunch of reviews so far. They're up on all my social media platforms. You can go and check them out. And if you're enjoying the videos and you're enjoying this, all I ask for you guys to do is drop me a little like. If you haven't dropped a follow already, then please do so. And if you've got any recommendations down below in the comments, then, well, just put them down in the comments and I'll likely try them out because I want to go through all of them. I want to find the best Monster Energy flavors out there. My palate deserves it. I deserve it to have my mouth cleansed with the nectars of the monster gods or the caffeine energy drink gods. That's how highly I revere Monster, if you hadn't guessed already. So tonight we are trying, I say trying, I've had this one before, but it's got to be about 15, 16 years since I've had this. I have not had this monster since that period of time. Now I remember the day. I remember it as clear as day. I went across to a local little shop near me. At the time it was called, I think it was Save and Select or something like that. It was a little corner shop near me, and I went in there. I was like, can I have some Monster Energy, please? He was like, yeah, cool. I said, but have you got 24 of them? Now, I remember this as clear as day because on that night when I picked up that 24 crate of Monster back all them years ago, I took them home. I put some in the fridge when I was living at my mum and dad's, and me and my dad went to go and see Blue Man Group at the O2. And at that period of time of my life, I was wearing them hats that you pull down over your ears, and they've got like the little toggle things and the bobbles on the head. And I remember it. That day in particular played such an important part of my memory in my life. So tonight we are taking a trip down memory lane and we are trying the blue one, the zero sugar, absolutely zero blue Monster Energy. This is the first Monster Energy that I ever had, and I've not had it since, and I can't wait. It's just, I hope it's going to be how I remember it. I feel like I'm pretty sure it's going to be, because for me, I remember this one as just like a little bit less than OG. So when I went on to OG, that was just this but intensified. That's how I remember it anyway. So we're going to get into that in a second. But before we do that, for any of the guys and girls that are watching and listening to this with headphones, I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to use your headphones and turn the volume all the way up, because we've got some people out there in the ASMR community that like watching these videos, that like listening to the ASMR on these videos. And there's a couple of them that are my personal favorite. We've got the first one that we're going to do, which is, in my personal opinion, there's nothing that beats cracking open a nice, cold, crisp can of Monster. And then the second one, of course, is a little sniff test, a little, because as you guys know, you got to smell it before you taste it, because if it don't smell right, it probably ain't going to taste right. We've been over this a few times by this point. You should understand that I'm only here to help you, to educate you, to teach you things. Life lessons with Krulf. If it smells bad, don't put it in your mouth. Yeah? And then the last ASMR is a slurp test, because we need to hashtag slurp my monster once we've hashtag sniffed my monster. So if you got them headphones, turn the volume up, get nice and close, and I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to have to roll my sleeves up for this one, I think. It is freezing. Okay. We're going to go in for the can cracking, crunching sound. I tell you what, that was a good one. That was a nice one. It just sends shivers down my spine. I just, it's just a sort of feeling. Okay, so now for the most part, if you can smell your monster from this sort of distance, it's not really a good sign. Okay, so now that we've cracked open my nice, crisp, cold can of Monster, we now need to go in for the sniff test. So you guys have enjoyed this one. You guys like in the comments the little hashtag sniff my monster. So that's what we're going to do. Because like I said, you got to smell it before it goes in your mouth. Okay, headphone users, you can turn your volume up. A little ASMR for you guys. There you go. Trip down memory lane completed. That has taken me back exactly where I thought it was going to. I already know how this is going to taste. This has just taken me back all them years. All them damn years. Yeah, I'm going straight in for the slurp test, chat. Guys, you want to turn... You know what? I'm just gonna do me. You guys could just sit there, twiddle your thumbs for a music. Cue the elevator music. Excuse me. I do apologise. This is taking me right back to exactly where I thought it was going to do. That's just a lovely experience. That's really nice for me. Yeah, got a little tear forming in my eye, I think. Yeah, it's just nice. It's really pleasant. Pardon me, I do apologise. I went straight for the big one. No pre-warning. Yeah, I've got really not really many negatives to say about it, to be honest with you. It's just a nice one. Straight a trip down memory lane. Took me back to drinking it all them many years ago. This was the first one that converted me into a monster fiend, I should say. I'm really pleased with this. I'm really, really, really glad we're doing this review series and I can try out all these different flavours and put you guys onto some new ones that some of you guys haven't tried or tasted, and then getting to do things like this where it all began. It's just kind of cool, really. It's just it's a nice little moment. I know that might not make sense to you guys watching this at home or wherever you are in the world right now, but for me, yeah, it's like a sort of full circle kind of moment, being able to do that and just sort of do these reviews with you guys, and yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, don't know. Feel a little bit, what's the right word? A bit melancholy. Is that the right word? Content. I feel warm inside. I thought that might be the fact that I've got a massive burp brewing. But listen, if you guys are enjoying these Monster Energy reviews and the series that we're doing, I do really, really appreciate the views, the likes, the comments, the follows, the suggestions. I'm so grateful for it. If you guys haven't already dropped a little like on the video, please do so. Drop a little follow as well. You can also share with your friend or comment down below in the comments some other flavors or ones you think I need to try or ones you think I've missed out or what you thought of my review. Please let me know down below in the comments. And if you haven't tried OG Blue or Absolutely Zero from Monster Energy, I would sincerely urge you guys to go and check it out. It's just a really nice, it's just a nice monster. And guys, until the next review, I'll see you later.